going to move on then to look at a film on Netflix, which is Extraction 2. Scott, do you want to introduce that to us?
Sure. So, in Extraction 2, Chris Hemsworth returns as the brilliantly named Tyler Rake, and after a brief spell when he is in retirement, he is recruited to go on a rescue mission for his ex-wife to find and save some family members. Here is a clip.
Tyler, you were clinically dead 9 months ago. But you fought your way back. You came back for this. Why?
Well, this sequel is clearly impossible, because I saw the end of Extraction. He was riddled with bullets, and he fell off a high bridge into a river in Dhaka, which surely is full of sewage and chemicals. I mean, nobody could survive that. Surely this is some clone or something that's come back, Scott.
Well, we've seen and reviewed plenty of action movies already this year where similar things could be said about many of our lead action heroes. This film was so much fun. In terms of any sort of plot or narrative, I'll be honest, it doesn't really matter. It's very minimal, and who cares? This film was all about the action. There is so many guns and explosions and all the action set pieces that take place with helicopters and trains and cars, and it's just so much fun. There's a scene early on that I think it must have been over half an hour, it felt like anyway, where there's a prison break scene, and it's all filmed to be like one shot. I'm not sure it actually was one shot. I think there's probably a few hidden cuts in there somewhere, but it's just astonished me that they were able to put this together. And I was on the edge of my seat for so much of this as we were watching them going through from place to place, jumping up and down things, people coming at them from all directions. And in true sort of action hero style, he's able to just sort of get rid of them, dispose of them in a variety of different ways. And this film does not hold back in terms of the variety of different ways that people get disposed of. Let's say that all sorts of implements are used in some bloody fashion, which was I like my bloodlust, so I really enjoyed some of those. Yeah, I think for this one, it doesn't really matter even about the performances, because there's no real dramatic acting involved. There's a few dialogue scenes here and there, but even in those scenes, you kind of just want them to hurry up so you can get to another action scene. And as shallow as it is, this was just one of those, and I hate the phrase, but leave your mind at the door sort of movies. Just go in and enjoy it.
Andy, extra.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Daniel Craig walking out of a mushroom cloud at the start of the next Bond movie. I echo everything Scott said. I mean, just great fun. There's a plot in there somewhere, but who cares? When the action's this good. I thought the score was really good. I thought Chris Hemsworth and co made it believable in a way. Funnily enough, made the unbelievable believable. They were convincing. The action was convincing. I just enjoyed the heck out of it. You know, just sat there and thought, well, bring on Extraction 3.
Which was nicely.
Let's see what they can do with the next one. It was just great fun.
It was nicely set up for the third film by Idris
Certainly
Elba,
is,
isn't it? Who was surprised I didn't know Idris Elba was in this film, and he had little more than a cameo, did he? I mean, I enjoyed it, but maybe controversially, I didn't enjoy it as much as the first Extraction that I saw earlier this week. And I think the reason for that is that it was a little bit too overblown compared to the first film. I thought the first film was nice because there were lots of car chase action and lots of street chasing and hopping over buildings and so on. But it felt a lot more intimate as an action movie and a lot more believable, even though it wasn't believable because there's 20 different people throwing themselves at this Chris Hemsworth, and he tends just about survive everything that's thrown at him, and there's 20 bodies of henchmen there. Will nobody think of the henchmen's families? Enormous great body count in this thing, most of them down to Hemsworth and his crew. So I thought the first film was absolutely miraculous in terms of the camera work in that film. I kept having to stop the action sequences and wind them back 10 seconds on Netflix to say, what just happened there? The camera was in the car and now it's out of the car and now it's gone through the back window and it's going up these stairs. What on earth is this cameraman doing? Is that a drone? Was that a handheld camera? When does it go from one? I thought the camera work, I was really surprised it didn't get an Oscar for the I don't know. Oh, there's cinematography maybe, but editing as well. Yeah, editing as well.
Yeah.
I thought it was absolutely superb, and there was a lot of that in this film. In terms of the single take prison break that you talked about, and some of the action sequences as well, I didn't quite get that same buzz. I never once wanted to wind it back 10 seconds to see how they did that, which I did in the first film. So for me, it was good and it was all action. The illustrious Mrs. Movie Man, I have to say, kept saying, "Is this film all action? Where's the plot? Where's some character development?" And she actually liked it a little bit later on when there was more character development and people arrived that hadn't been in the film before. So, yeah, I thought it was good. I thought the sequence around, let's call it the Nakatomi Plaza, was very good and very exciting. And I would have actually liked the film to have ended in that building. I thought, again, it was a little bit too long. I would have liked it more compact, and I would have liked that to be the finale, because I think that built to a very good finale at that point, and that would have been exciting. So yeah, I'm pretty much with you, but I didn't enjoy it as much as the first Extraction. Scores on the doors, Scott.
So I am with you, Bob, in that I do think the first one was a better movie. I think this one was just more cartoon fun. So actually for both films, I am giving an 8 out of 10 score.
Okay. Andy?
8.
Okay.
8 out of 10.
I will give it a 7 out of 10, I think. So that's an 8, an 8. 7, that's 23 divided by 3 is 7.66 as the Flickering Dreams score. My mental maths is being challenged today, apart from the first film. Yeah. So that makes Extraction 2 a... And it certainly seems to be a hit on Netflix. It's right at the top of the charts. As is the first Extraction, I noted was number 3 in the charts again. So people are going back to that and watching it again, which is good.
And they have already confirmed a third one.
Yeah.
Apparently, haven't they? Yeah.
It was quite clear that they'd already set it up for that. So, yeah, they must have known where it was going.